Jason, I finished your second amplifier. It's done. I basically rebuilt the whole entire amplifier. I changed everything, including the SO239s. They were in the back. They're not Teflon. And when you're dealing with high power, you want to have your components with Teflon. Even though they tell you it's rated for amount of watts, it's just not to protect. It's not that it's not going to handle. It will handle. It's just the fact that it's going to create a lot of more issues with heat. You know, the center pin and the outer shell of the coax is going to create heat in here, and it's going to increase your SWR sooner or later. So. But everything is done. I add the lights, so when you turn on the amplifier, you know that it's on, including for sideband. This is your sideband. Replace the fan that you have in previously in the box. I replaced it with this is a 92 CFM fan. You need a lot of air, especially if it has bias, because the resistors, they get really hot. I think I have read them. I read the temperature. I think it was 175 degrees without a fan. Okay, so if you want to keep the fan, you want to keep your resistors cold as possible. I think with the fan on and everything else, no components will get overheated, so you should be fine. What else? But let me show you what I did and the results of the amplifier. I'm gonna use my striker. Here I have my striker, and right now the amplifier is off, so I'm gonna do the bypass of the amplifier. One. It doesn't move. It's literally perfect. One. And no reflection over to the dummy load. My SWR towards the dummy load, I think it's 1.2. It's 81. I think it's like 76 watts. The LP700 is extremely sensitive in power, so one. So 76 watts. I know my radio is 76 watts. 76 watts. So let me show you the reflection. The reflected power back to the radio. This is with a 10 watt slope in reverse. I don't have a 5 watts. One. It's literally flat. Okay. And I'll show you what the amplifier does. One. So basically, you have a 10 dB gain in your amplifier. If you put 76 watts, you're gonna get 760 watts. If you put 100 watts, that's when we start seeing you pushing the transistors to the limit of the transistor. The transistor, if we look at the specs, I think I done a video on the specifications of the HG transistor, but the top watts that you will see on each transistor is 250 watts. Okay, so you got 4, you got 1,000 watts. If you want to push it, go ahead. You got a good fan, everything in there is great, so you shouldn't have any issues. However, the more that you force something, it's gonna break sooner. If you keep your amplifier, let's say you're going to be driving it with 70 watts, you might get 700, 800 watts. I think it's where you want it to be. If you wanted to keep your box for a long time, you know, you invest a lot of money in it. You pay for the box. Now I rebuild it. It's extra because you put it into this particular box, but you wanted to keep it for a long time. Use it under 1.5 SWR. It's not gonna hurt the amplifier. And that's it. Oh, let me show you the sideband. So you got an AM. Listen to the delay. Okay. So I'll show you again. 1. 772 watts with 76 watts driving it. Beautiful box. Take care of it. We'll send it out as soon as I can. Talk to you soon.